Asuri is a legend that I should like way more, but I don't for whatever reason. Although she's actually a solid legend. When I play her, I just go absolutely nuts on guitars. Sword on occasions, but a lot of that is just sidelight or neutral aid spam. What, you thought I was skilled at the game? In some ways, yes. On Asuri's sword, probably not. Anyways, let's hop onto the SIGs. All of Asuri's guitar SIGs are fantastic, so we'll cover those first. Guitar in-sig is great at dunking and can be pretty easy to hit if you know how to do it well. I see a lot of Asuri players use this one whether it works or not. Guitar side sig goes out far and combos well with guitar's kit, so if you notice your enemy likes to dodge away, for example, then go for it. Of course, dodging up is a different story. Guitar down sig also combos really well with guitar's kit, but is a little quicker and hits closer. Another great one to use for your enemy's dodge pattern is predictable. Sword in sig is Asuri's other dunking sig, which definitely isn't as good as guitar in sig in my opinion, but is still pretty good on occasions. I have trouble hitting it personally, but that's just me. I think it's pretty solid. Sword side sig is arguably her worst sig because of how awkward it plays out. If you use it after standing still, your speed is weirdly cut off, but getting a running start sends you flying faster than ever. I could see how this could be unpredictable, but you'd have to be real confident and have a real good idea of what your opponent's going to do to use this one. Sword down sig is pretty simple, but works pretty well. It's worth using along Sword's kit. Besides that, there's not a lot to say about it. Asuri has some pretty damn good skins, and there's definitely going to be some bias thrown in there somewhere. Apex Predator, Skeletary, and Badlands are all really good design-wise. All have really good weapon skins, look great with colors, and they aren't seen as much compared to other Asuri skins as well. These are must-picks if you main Asuri. Meditative Asuri is okay. I'm personally not a fan of the skin myself, but it's alright. Decent weapon skins too. Swashbuckler is a bias pick. I was near putting it in God tier before I realized I'd get flamed for doing that, considering a lot of people don't like the skin. So I just put the skin in pretty good tier. Sure, the weapons aren't all that fantastic, but something about seeing Asuri as a pirate is really cool to me, considering I don't even like pirates that much. Color swaps are fantastic too. Tigress is an alright crossover. There isn't a lot going on with her SIGs besides a couple of character cameos, including the one you all know and love, Monkey. And the snake too. I don't know, I haven't watched the movie in years. It's a good crossover is what I'm trying to say. First day Asuri is really gross looking to me. I hate the face she has. I put it in med tier just because of the weapons. Those are alright in my opinion. And then the other three skins in this tier just don't hit right for me. The designs are unique, sure, but they don't really hold up compared to other fantastic skins Asuri has. Then Mecha Asuri. This skin is straight up bad, no doubt about it. Bad color swaps, horrific weapon skins, and overall just doesn't look good. I'd recommend using any skin over Mecha, even default. Tier list wise, out of S, A, B, C, and D, I'd place Asuri in A. She definitely isn't a bad legend, and if you look at her the right way, she can be a powerhouse to compete with. With guitar stringing abilities being very good, and sword being good in general, Asuri holds up with most other legends in the game. She even has decent decks to hold up with the recent guitarners, which were absolutely devastating. While I don't see her a ton, she's supposedly the 17th most played legend at 2.21%. Over 2% is what I would like to call over the average, anything in between 2 and 1 is average, and anything under 1 is under the average. So Asuri is above average. You get the gist. Overall, Asuri isn't a bad pick. I'd suggest trying her out if you really do like guitars, because sword isn't too hard to pick up, and vice versa too. Easy to learn, hard to master is the saying if I recall correctly. I wouldn't say Asuri in general is too hard to pick up, but she's not super easy. Just somewhere around the middle, so give her a shot. I wouldn't go against it anyways, and I'm sure not many other people would either since she isn't a very unlikable legend. Maybe for sword and guitars alone, but that's about it. And that should wrap it up for this legend analysis, folks. Thanks again, and keep on brawling.